Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to another unboxing. Today we're going to look at AMT's Star Trek K-7 space station. Heard a lot of horror stories about this kit. It's been out for a long time. This is a re-release, but I figured I wanted some more space stations. I have the Cylon Raiders Starbase, and definitely wanted something more of the old school TOS genre, because I do have the Deep Space Nine, so I figured found a good price on it, and why not? Picked it up. So let's take a look. Well, hello everyone, and welcome back. I have the K-7 space station here. Been wanting to get this one for a while. I heard a lot of horror stories about putting it together, but we'll see. I'm up for a challenge. I always kind of like seeing if I can solve the issue. I'm not sure what the issues were, but I heard that she doesn't like to go together very well. But they went with the old school retro box. This is the re-release. And then they went with the, like I said, the old retro look box. And it looks pretty nice. Model's over 12 inches in diameter, which is pretty neat. So she'll be about, big around. Big enough, but not too much. Wanted to get, more space stations. I have the, Battlestar Galactica Base Star. And I have Deep Space Nine, which I still have to build yet. But I figured a couple more space stations would be kind of neat. So let's open this up. She comes with a little mini Enterprise. Let's see what the instructions are. One sheet, so it's got to be simple. It looks like it's the old school. They didn't really remake anything or update, I'm not 100% sure, but looks like a fairly simple build, because it's pretty much going to be, 3 of these with the one center one. You got to put together the Enterprise, so she's in 3 parts plus its little base. I might see a way if I can have a wire hold that up instead of using a base. I mean, the base is nice because you can move it around, but I think it'd be neat if it's floating kind of up above somewhere. And it looks like your main housing, which is about 1, 2, 3, 4 whole pieces. These parts here in the top are clear, so you can do the window thing. It's not going to be much lighting. It's going to be these windows, and then I think a beacon on the side. I'll have to see if those beacons get lights, colors to them, like each one, or I think at each top of these towers is going to be like a little bit of a different color. This doesn't really show you. This one's got that real retro look. Almost like that chandelier, weird chandelier type tops. Like they're mirrors. That's what it looks like. It's like yellow, red, maybe an off tan, and then regular silver mirrors, is if this is a picture of the actual model that they used to film with. And the docking. And I'm not sure if I'm going to do anything with the docking port. I mean, it's got a solid door there, and I might just leave that solid, because it looks like there's quite a lip. So if you wanted to do like a hangar bay in there, you'd have to build a floor up, which wouldn't be a big deal. Like, I believe that's supposed to be a door and not a window. We'll look. And I'll have to look on the thing, but most of other builds I was looking at, just really quick pictures of it, it's an actual door. They had it as, and there's a little hangar bay in there, and that's what I'm assuming it is. I don't know if this little bump here has any windows or something, because those I would light. I might leave this alone and keep this a simple. I don't know if we do these top things in a flashing, or at least a flashing light on the center one, and like kind of like a spaceship, where this would be the white, and then we could do the colors out in the ends. I don't know. I may have to see how the TV show is probably going to be fairly basic. Like some of the ships they didn't even light. They used black vinyl and made little black vinyl window masks. You know, especially like the Klingon ships and stuff. So we'll see. But I'd like to do maybe something flashing, like something white on here, like strobing, and then have like something out on these ends that are more like the nabs. Maybe a flasher on the top and bottom of this. So you might do stuff like that, because you're going to need, it should have some type of markers so people don't just run into it. You know, if this thing's going anywhere where there's not in an actual planetary system, it's going to be dark. But instructions look fairly simple. And here we go with just pretty much, yeah, top and bottom. Nothing to these parts. Just light block, and there's where that beacon light goes. So we got to drill a hole out for that. I think I'm just going to make those like nav lights. One's green. From what I was looking on pictures, one, they would have a green light up, you know, up here and here. The other one, they would have a red. So I'll probably make the light up on the cone stay steady and just light it the same with all the windows. And then this beacon make red, green, flash. And then on the third one, this one here, make it just a white, I guess. To kind of go like with the nav lights, where they have a port and starboard, red and green, and then a white one on the front of this ship. And then here's the third one. This one part has, these hold all these together, I think. They'll go in like that and lock together. And then this is the needle for the big center one. And then the other one has the little mini Enterprise. There's the neck and the lower hull. There's the saucer, and then there's your pylons and your nacelles. But one thing I noticed, and then there's the stand for it. One thing I noticed is no decals. Like, I can't believe they didn't even think about giving you a little decal here that said, you know, U.S. Enterprise NCC 1701, or any Starfleet ship. So that's kind of lame, I think. I mean, they could have gave you some decals for this. I don't know if I have small little shuttle bay ones that I can kind of fudge some stuff. I think I do. I gotta clean some mold press, but we'll make it work. I just think that would have been simple for them to give us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 decals would have been kind of nice. I mean, they do them on those little shuttles. Why couldn't they give us one? But I might have some different variants, like, to make those little shuttles different ones, whether it's going to be Galileo 7 or, you know, the other one. So I might have something I can fudge. And then this is the main body hull part. And then this is the parts that go below it. There you have the garage doors. You know, I thought about maybe cutting them out and doing something, but I think I'm going to keep it simple and not. This little lump here, I don't know if there's anything going on. I'll do some research to see if that could get some windows, and we could put maybe some windows here. And maybe I saw a picture where someone used like a hatch that they put, you know, like a photo etch part. And then you know how like photo etches always give you a little extra. And they put a hatch here. But that would fit like a bit, you know, a shuttle, which would be a bigger scale. But I might do that, maybe put that down here and maybe do some windows up here. But I want them to be pretty decent sized windows, but they can't be too big because look how size the Enterprise is. So, but we can maybe stick some windows in there. Then here's our clear parts. Here's our domes, our little cones I've been calling them. And there's the big one for the center one, and then there's our 3 little ones. And like I said, we'll just go in there on the top and do the red and the green, and then this one we'll leave white. And then we'll do the same with the little clear parts that go on there. I'll just drill a hole and put a light on, you know, to put a light behind there. And I think I'll have those strobe. And then I'll find a place to put a real strobing, maybe here, because I don't think I can get it on top here because with the needle and everything, there's no real place for it. So maybe we'll put it back here, have it do the strobing, and these just pulse with the nav. We'll figure all that out. One thing they probably upgraded from the original is a dome base. So simple round 2 dome base. But like I said, no real decal instructions at all. You just kind of got to figure it out. This is what you get. So I'm sure that goes in the bigger one, and these KBs, KCs, and KAs probably mark the 3 smaller ones. And I don't know if they just give you extra letters and numbers for if you want to change it to the K9, because it gives you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. So maybe you can make it a different station, or you can call it the A8 station. You can, so they gave you different letters in both sizes. Big ones for the main one, and then it looks like they give you little ones for the smaller. So yeah, you can completely make it your own or go off the K-7 station. And then these stripes, I think, just go around the bars there. But you think they could add just a little bit and add some decals. Round 2, add some decals to your little Enterprise. I don't know if it's as simple as shrinking down a font, but good enough. I'm happy with it. I think it's going to be a fun build. It might not be too bad, despite we'll have to see what issues arise. And sometimes, believe it or not, putting together round things, circular things like this, but it's simple, it sometimes can be not want to go together right. They can get warped. But as far as I'm seeing, just trying to dry fit this, it's really not that bad, so I don't know. I don't know if they fixed issues or what, because that's going together actually fairly nice, and it's still attached to the sprue. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what we run into. But I hope you come back and do the series, watch the series. I've been kind of thinking of, you know, going through and just going through all my TOS Enterprise, like Star Trek stuff. I just did the Enterprise original. Thinking about going and doing a Franklin and building them up through the lineage that way. But since I just finished the big Enterprise, I've been wanting to get the Romulan Bird of Prey done, the TOS one. What else do I have from TOS? The Galileo 7 shuttle bay, which I am going to do an unboxing on the interior pack. I went and broke down and got the interior pack because it was on sale at Cult TV Man. I do have 3D print stuff for the consoles and stuff, but the interior pack's so much nicer. It gives you the detail in the back. It already gives you the walls and the floor and the ceiling. You get the figures. I think the only thing I might use from the 3D printed part instead of the parts that came is those things that swing out and they're like circular on the ends. And they're over by the pilot and co-pilot in the front of the shuttle. And it looks like they can swing out and they have that circular display. The ones that come with the interior kit, they're not clear. And even the part that goes, it's in two pieces. You have the main part and the back bulb, and then you have a lens piece that glues onto it. They didn't even make the lens piece clear where I could sneak a light in somehow and maybe have that glow. So I might see if I can get the 3D printed ones to glow because they look really good, and then they're that milky off clear, you know, that 3D printed milky clear, and I could probably get that to glow. So I might keep those and just end up either keeping the chairs in the console for a scratch build or something, or I might just turn around and sell them for a good price to someone. I'm not sure. So, but I'm rambling. So, yeah, K-7, nice kit. If you can find one, pick it up, especially the new one, because I'm thinking I'm hoping that any issues that people were talking about with this is solved. So, but until next time, thanks for watching.